Okay.
Go.
So my story relates a little to something Linda said about teaching me things. And for a long time, well, this isn't about teaching, but Mom tried to get me to learn how to play the piano. And I practiced and I practiced. And I took this Suzuki method where they don't teach you how to read music, they just teach you how to listen by ear. And I would practice, and I hated practicing so much. And I took for a few years. And then it got to the point where, she would bribe me to practice, and then she would pay me to practice. I think I got like $2 for practicing for an hour, but it wasn't worth it to me. And Linda said, you should keep doing this. I didn't keep playing piano, and I wish I would have. And she said, you begged me to keep going, and I didn't, and I really wish I would have. But one thing that did stick with Mom teaching me is she taught me how to sew, but not all the way taught me how to sew, because I was very bratty when she was trying to teach me how to sew, and I didn't want to listen to what she had to say, and I thought I knew how to sew and I could do it all by myself. And so she would sit down with me and teach me, and I would get really upset and I wouldn't do it. And so she said, fine, I will buy you all the $2 fabric that you want, and you can just make whatever you want. And I made about 10 pairs of really bad shorts and then a couple of skirts and a few things, but eventually I learned how to sew. And that's a good thing from Mom. And but one thing I did learn from it is that Addison takes these little beginner sewing classes in the summertime from someone else. And now she has sewn a pillowcase and a
PJ pants,
backpack. Yep, a bunch of things. And now she will sit down and will let me help her learn how to sew. But the very beginning stuff was really, really hard, and so she doesn't like to do that. But Mom just was always there teaching us how to do everything. We called her the art lady at our elementary school because she was always in teaching us about art and doing things. And when I went back to my 20th reunion, I thought it was really neat that all of my friends wanted to know how both my parents were doing, but how my mom was doing. And because she was the mom to everybody, and our house was this place that everyone could come and everyone felt welcome and comfortable there. And that's the kind of place I want to have for my kids, that they can bring their friends and everybody will want to be there, because that's how Mom and Dad were. But anyway, that's it.
I remember Karen practices, and what really was unique about Karen is that she always wanted to be perfect, and so it was very difficult for her to get all the way through a piece. She'd play, and she'd play it very well, and then she'd make a mistake, and she'd start over again and do it, and she'd get a little further and make a mistake and start over again. So she, it was very frustrating to her, because she wanted every practice to be perfect.
That's true. I am a recovering perfectionist, by the way, right? I've become a recovering perfectionist.
That's something I remember that I heard the beginnings of her practice numbers dozens of times. It was very rare that I ever heard the end.
I get too frustrated. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday.